Hi, everybody, and welcome to Intimate Cello Livestream themed Beyond Belief. Hi, my name is Ruticelli. Thank you so much for being here, right here in the Intimate Cello quarters. And today I want to share with you about a space, an internal space, where we take ourselves beyond belief and what that actually means. If you're familiar with my work, what I do is I bring the intention for devotional presence in the moment while I channel music right here, right now, right in front of you. And the purpose of doing that is there's multiple purposes here. One of the purposes here is to create awareness about the importance of presence and how it can shift our lives into creativity that comes from awareness, and it also comes from inner knowing and recognizing our powers. And so Intimate Cello is a very sovereign, heart-based art that is all about empowering you to remember your beauty, to remember that why you're here, the reason you're here, the power of you being here is actually so divine and so needed to be studied, understood, and shared so that we can all live a more exciting, fulfilling, and satisfying lives. And this is where we're going to tap into the second modality, which is human design teachings. So we're having here a meeting between modalities that are my passions. One is improvisations and playing with a frequency that's really exciting. It's bringing the vibration of the body to a higher resonance where we're aligning with the earth. So we're having this experience of listening to improvised compositions in the moment in a frequency that actually brings us into the subconscious. And so this experience is about being present with creation, being present with yourself, being present with your divinity and with your unique soul blueprint, which is what we get when we dive into your human design chart. So I'm a classically trained cellist that came from the world of performance, and I had a very particular journey that in my mid-20s I actually felt that all of a sudden I was needed to investigate and find out who I really am beyond what I thought I was as a classically trained cellist. And I started going deeper into an introspective journey. And out of that, what came was a beautiful synergy between my background as a classically trained cellist and my further inquiry of my soul to tap into understanding who I am, studying, paying attention, inquiring, and eventually to studying human design. So the way this works is all of Intimate Cello containers are all about being in the moment. I am an intuitive authority, a projector 1-3 with an intuitive authority. And so that's very much about being here right now, listening to the messages that are coming in the now from the intuition, from the spleen. And so I'm always being guided in the moment. And you being here with me, you're witnessing this experience, and you can take it as a journey with me. This is actually a sound medicine journey. And what that means is that we're going to let the sound be received as medicine, because it is. It's a very powerful frequency. It's 432 hertz, which is mathematically shown in the golden ratio equation, and it's also etched in many sites, in many sacred sites all over the world for us humans to be aware of. And it's been investigated and researched by many, and many musicians have used this tuning system to share the music and also wrote a lot of material about. And so this is one of my areas of studies and areas of interest and developing of expertise. And I teach this as well as the human design, because this is part of the connection to what I'm doing is very much inspired by human design. And I've been guided to just do 100% what I love. And so if you study with me, you will be able to understand also why I do what I do. And so right now I would love to call for all of us being here in this moment when you're witnessing this, whenever you're watching, to go within and to take the next piece that is going to be offered in this container as an opportunity to go into a journey within yourself and remind yourself that this is all about connecting to your sensitivity. It's about connecting to the quantum field. It's about connecting to your essence. So we're going to be sitting with the theme of Beyond Belief, which is the theme of today. And I want to invite you to meditate on what this title means to you. And I can share with you that the inspiration that came behind giving this live stream the title of Beyond Belief is a reminder that I tapped into regarding the beautiful powers that I have as a human being, that you have as a human being, that we all have as human beings, that coming into the body and incarnating into who we are in this body is the journey to remember that. And so, but for that, we actually have to develop an openness to go beyond belief, beyond our mind, beyond our programming, and beyond our identity in order to recognize our true power. So I want to invite you into check in with yourself. Where is it in your life that you feel like you could go beyond your limiting beliefs? And if you have a journal, take a journal and write it with you. And so we could, if you wanted to share with us in the comments what you're experiencing after the first piece, that would be wonderful. And I will see you after the piece is finished in about 10-15 minutes. We'll see exactly what's going to need to come through me to you in this moment. So I'll see you soon. Mm. This was a channeling in the moment, calling you into presence, to be in the moment with this experience. And what I'm being called in this very moment is to share with you a few things about this art. First thing I want to share with you is the experience that I'm having while I'm improvising in the moment. There is this great feeling like I'm being held by something. I'm being, something is helping me to be impeccable with the performance. And that very thing is coming from the intention for presence, which we all can cultivate. I call it devotional presence, and it's very much about just wanting to be in the flow, but wanting to be present with the flow, which is very much what life is like. So this is an invitation for you in this moment to connect to that energy and to recognize that within yourself, and to give yourself this inner knowing, a loving inner knowing that you got this, that you can do that too. So that's one thing that you can experience as a result of really tapping in to this experience, this moment, this creation, this rawness, this exposure, this thing that I call intimate cello. Intimate cello is the name of this art, and the intention is to create intimacy so that we can, through intimacy, serve each other. In this experience, it's something that I'm creating, I'm giving it to you, and it's also in alignment with my human design, which is something that I'm teaching. I'm coming with this intention to help you understand your unique design, because we're all designed completely differently and completely in a unique combination. We have a unique blueprint. And this is an area where I also love to give you an opportunity to realize that you are meant to be you, period. Where we're living in a world where, this is my experience, tell me if you're having a similar experience or not. But my experience has been that when you look at my chart, you can also understand why I had this experience, where I have many areas where I'm open to learn from other people, right? And in this experience of being open to learn, what ends up happening is that we choose what we resonate with from what we're learning outside of us, because we do have areas that are considered non-defined areas. They're just, when you look at your chart, if you've just try this either right now, if you like, if you're able to look on another device, or later. Put human design chart on Google, and I recommend you take divinearchives.com for your software to get that. It's free. It's completely free. Go to divinearchive.com and put your information, your name, your date of birth, your time of birth, and your CT, and click on getting the human design chart. And what you'll see is you have a body graph with 9 centers. Some of them are going to be colored, and some of them are going to be white with either certain circled numbers, like they'll have circle numbers in them. Those are the gates. Or sometimes they have no circled numbers in them at all, and those means they're entirely open. Okay? So there's 3 types of centers. There's defined centers, undefined centers, and open centers. All of us have them in completely different order, in completely different combinations. Okay? So what this means is that in those areas where we are open, where we are either open or undefined, those are areas where we come to learn from other people and to also amplify what we're seeing outside of us. So it's like it's an opportunity for us to gather wisdom, and it's also an opportunity for us to see whether this is ours or not. Do we resonate with this or not? Right? And so it's a really powerful experience. And unless you know that, you might also experience what's called programming, which is where we identify with someone else, but it's not really from a place of conscious choice. It's more of a something that happened by default. And it can be regarding to things we're thinking or things we're saying or how we're seeing ourselves or how we're feeling about things, or, you know, like how we're feeling about dealing with the stresses of life. And, you know, do we make everything matter in our minds, in our thoughts? And, you know, what is our approach to life? So this is an area that I'd love to offer you clarity so that you can recognize your unique blueprint. And it'll tell you a lot about yourself. It'll tell you a lot about the journey you've already had, you know, like things that you've already experienced. And it'll also help you understand where you're at right now in regards to all of your relationships, everything to do with your work environment, your family, your relationships, your everything in your personal life. So when we combine them together, we have the human design reading alongside a sound medicine journey in 432 hertz. What ends up happening is you get all this powerful information that tells you about your unique blueprint, and then you meditate on that and you take it into the subconscious. And what that does, it helps you to assimilate, helps you to feel into it on a non-mental level. And when we get to this space where we're able to connect the dots and to really see things and to understand why we are the way we are, we usually get to experience very powerful revelations in our lives, and we understand also why we're here. Many people realize what they're really meant to do, and they get the clarity of what it looks like, very much like what I'm doing right here in front of you. So Intimate Cello is an opportunity for you to tap into your own uniqueness, tap into your own magic. And you probably already familiar with your own magic. You're probably already quite, you know, you're connected to it because you're living your life. You must be connected. However, we're having an opportunity right now to go even deeper into understanding ourselves now that we have the human design system available to us, which has been around since the beginning of the 90s. And so more and more people have understood the importance of it. More and more people have brought it out, have utilized it, have developed programs with it to help teach it and to help make it really available and accessible to other people. And so right now, there is an abundance of teachers that teach it online, offline, and different variations. People often add it to other areas of expertise because it actually serves. It serves if you feel like you want to share this, if there's something that's aligned for you, this could be a wonderful also way for you to earn a living. Teaching human design and doing readings for people, understanding the beauty of each and every person that we meet. That's such a great luxury and an opportunity to really go beyond programming. So with Intimate Cello, it's a space where we're bringing this inner knowing to the public. And the way I do this, I offer this in many, many ways, okay? You can experience that with me one-on-one, where we literally just devote all of the energy into tapping into your chart, into your design. And it's a space where, it's a space basically from my part, from my intention is to really devote the time and the energy in the time we're together to you understanding your blueprint the best way you can so that it serves all of your needs. And I call everybody to come prepared with questions, to have very intentional clarity about what you would like to experience during this reading. And so this is just at a very, very tip of the fork, how we say in Hebrew, which is like the end for you to taste what this actually means, because we offer this in a container where you can really tap into yourself. We can go into a little bigger container, like your relationship, you and your beloved. You can look into your unique connection. We can study your connection together. Or we could bring your community. You can host an event for your community for people to understand what human design is and what can you experience from tapping into your uniqueness and into understanding it from the subconscious level. And Joe Dispenza, if you're familiar with Joe Dispenza, as the Google him, you'll see he has a quote that says the subconscious is the miracle maker. The subconscious is the miracle maker, and it's so much about learning to process life, learning to understand who we are, and then kind of surrendering in the process of learning into the subconscious, into the place where we are going beyond the mind. We're going beyond the programming, and that's beyond belief, which is the theme of today. So this feels like a good space to go into the next part, which is going to be 2 pieces back to back. And what I invite you right now, I want you to go back into your meditation space and bring your journal to you. What I want you to go for is to open up for receiving messages from your subconscious and write down what it is that you're receiving. The more questions you ask, the more answers you'll get. And they're all related to your ability to go beyond your programming, beyond your beliefs, beyond your limiting beliefs, right? And what clarity do you seek right now, today, as you're watching this? What clarity are you seeking to tap into so that you can go for what you want, right? Like, what do you need right now to connect with in order to tap into your powers of going beyond yourself, going into the next step of your evolution, going full on? Trust yourself full on, just the way I'm showing up for these live streams. And believe me, today was very, very challenging because it's like Mercury retrograding now. And I prayed it's going to be, with all the technical stuff. So I showed up with intention to really trust why I'm doing this. So thank you for receiving all this medicine. And right now, I want to guide you into the meditation, go into the state of receiving the sound. We're going to have 2 pieces back to back so that you can really, really go deep with the sound vibration, okay? Stay in your meditation and try to hold this for the entire time, okay? Try to really be present with the music. And when we come back from the second piece, feel free to put in the comments your experience and what you got from your meditation, from your subconscious, okay? I'll see you after the pieces are finished. Hmm. How are you all doing? Did you have an internal experience during these pieces? And if you did, what was it? Share it in your comments. Let us know. The reason we're asking for this in this moment is to tap into the subconscious, the miracle maker. Hey, we want to understand the subconscious through conscious work with 432 hertz. That's coming from the intention for devotional presence that we're sitting with together, that you're getting to experience in this moment. And by the way, I'd love to know, how is the sound? If you can comment, that would be excellent. So that will make me feel good, because I never know until it actually happens live. So yeah, I'd love to hear your comments about your internal experience with this frequency. Now, allow me to guide you a little bit further into this experience. There's something a bit cutting edge and ahead of its time in this experiment or experience is that we are actually giving ourselves, all of us, permission to tap in this moment into the internal experience we're having with sound. Obviously, you're always going to have experience with music that's going to be experience on some level. You may not necessarily care to put it into words. However, in this experience, what I'm finding is that we're getting a lot of medicine from this sound journey, because it is a journey. I'm taking you through a trip, literally, into my internal world, and it's completely free. You notice I don't have a structure to the performance. You just know you're going on a journey, and as long as you're present, as long as you're really there and you're not in your head, you can really appreciate the journey, right? How many times in our lives do we experience that? That's like we have to tell ourselves, wait a minute, it's not about the destiny, it's about the journey to the destiny, right? So look at it as the same thing. I'm just bringing it from the instrument. I'm experiencing in front of you the same thing, right? So right now, I'd love for you to extract the medicine from this experience by asking yourself the questions of what is happening within you during this journey. Where is it taking you? What are you feeling? Share your experience. Share your inner space. And what the comments also can help other people who are a little shy, right? To share more, because this is what happens in all of Intimate Cello containers. We open the floor for shares during the experience. And the amazing thing is it takes one person to get everybody else to want to talk. So I'd love to encourage you to write so that other people can write it as well in their comments. And I'm also being called to share with you about something really super exciting that I'm learning with my human design. So in this moment, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share a little bit with you about my unique design so that you can understand a little bit deeper what Intimate Cello is about, as far as what more can you gain with Intimate Cello, because ultimately Intimate Cello is an extension of me, right? It's an art that I'm offering. It's a platform that I'm using in order to show up, right? And the reason it's called Intimate Cello is because I wanted to be myself in front of my audience. And I felt that I resonate so much with the word intimacy because it's all about into me see, which is what we really want. Would you say, would you agree to that? That this is something that we all really want more of to experience. And so as a performer, I was calling in that experience with my audience. And I realized, gee, I have so much to share, so much to give, so much to, there's so much within me. And that's actually my design. I am a projector. Projectors, imagine that auras is like a cone going out. I think I talk about it in my previous live stream as well, so you could check that out if you're interested. Is that what that means? And there's going to be lots of projectors in your life, I assure you. Once you start looking into the human design and you'll put it into your consciousness and you'll call in to know what people around you are their designs are, then you'll start recognizing certain traits that are in common with all projectors. Now I keep saying that no one there, you'll never find the same design twice ever, but there's traits that we can find in common with others. And so this desire to share, this desire to show up as I am, is connected also to my energy of the sun. You know, like you're looking at your chart, the very top right side is a conscious sun. That means it's your conscious dynamic life force. It's your conscious purpose. It's what you identify with the most, what you came here to do with your life. So this is another thing that you may hear me say more than once in different previous live streams and different posts. If you follow me on Instagram, Facebook, etc., you'll be able to also get some more shares about my design. That's really coming from the space of helping you understand how much can you gain from my unique soul blueprint. So my conscious sun is in what's called tribal entrepreneurial circuit, which is called accumulation, and it's accumulation for the collective. We're accumulating. I'm here to learn how to accumulate for the collective by giving you everything that I can as far as like enriching you with my knowledge, right? And also through making sure that with my ability to give others, you can also reciprocate. You can also receive and you can benefit. So I'm going to share with you what this actually means as far as what I do. So if you checked my bio section in this in the comments below this video, if you go all the way to the bottom of the comments, you'll see a very bottom, there's a link to my link tree, which is currently my main website. I also have Intimate Cello and Ruticelli, but I'm still working on that, so bear with me. We're going to have Intimate Cello being the main website, but until then, what I'd love for you is to check out the link in the bottom. And what you can see there is that there is an opportunity for you to become an affiliate of Intimate Cello, which means is that anything that I'm offering that you can enjoy, for example, that you can book for yourself or you can host for your community, and you can also have like an opportunity to really go deep into studying your chart with me. All of these offers, you could also suggest them to your friend and make money in the process, because this is the way that I know that I'm meant to serve. I'm meant to have other people benefit through what I'm giving the community. So this is something that I'd love for you to check, and I'm definitely going to bring that up a lot more on all of my social medias. And it's calling me to get beyond myself. So that's why Beyond Belief is like, oh yeah, this is exactly what I'm supposed to channel today. So thank you for holding space for me while I'm sharing this with you, because this is monumental for me. And I can see that somebody left a comment. Susan, your music does go in deep. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for saying that. The depth is also the presence, is the ability to be there together, to feel into it together. I'm very much connected to whoever is there, even though if I don't necessarily know, I just feel you. And I know that this is medicine that I get to share with you in the moment. And for those who are going to hear this after it's live, they're going to have you're going to have the same opportunity to connect to this medicine and to extract from it the most that you can. This is also something that is important to know, that when you have a one-on-one session with me, this becomes a personalized experience. And when you're in my field, when I'm here to channel, I'm literally intentionally calling for your spirit to guide me, for your essence to guide me. And you might want to call it soul rather than spirit. Spirit is probably more like, you might identify more as spirit as like the grand, right? The grand spirit. But while within us, we have our unique expression of the spirit, which is our soul, that has a unique blueprint. And so your soul is actually guiding me on another level. So I'm connecting to your essence in order to give you this food, right? This unique medicine that I have that's given to me to give you, right? So that's why I'm so stoked to share this with you, to share this with more people, to make this more available, to connect with more people in such an intimate way. And I can tell you that so far, all the experiences that I've had live with a one-on-one, have been so profound, because it's so intimate, and it's also we're so connected, just because we are of the same essence, really. We're just unique expressions. So it's just, there's so much medicine in this experience, that I'm really, really excited to bring this, like I say, to bring this to more people. I'm calling in for invitations. I'm calling in for sharing this with your community. Now, this is another thing that you can earn a living with. So every time when you choose to become affiliate with Intimate Cello, basically every time that you recommend this to somebody, you make 10% of whatever it is that I can make in that. And for example, when it comes to hosting an event, so think about this. You could also, when you do this yourself, you host an event yourself, you pay a certain amount of money to the person who's coming to give it. So this case, it's me. But you could actually, if you bring enough people, and everybody's paying you to come there to experience this experience, you can cover your expenses and more. You can actually make money. And it's really important for me to bring prosperity to the table, because prosperity is a mindset that we can tap into together from a collective space, from like a space of, there's many ways you can call it sacred economics, for example, or you can call that, like it's just an abundance portal that we're in together, where you're realizing that supporting what I'm doing, what I'm bringing to the world, can support you, and it can support other people too, So it's just a little bit, again, on the tip of the fork, like I said before, for you to taste what I am intending to bring out there to the world. And I want you to know that I'm really seeking to connect with you on a one-to-one. I'd love to hear from you on the same link that I was sharing with you before at the bottom of the commentary. You can also book a discovery call with me to talk to me about whatever it is that you want to understand, that you can get from this experience, and I'll tap in the moment, to your vibe, to your energy, and to really connect with what you need, to tell you exactly what that can look like, because I recommend different things for different people. It also depends on, are you local where I'm at? Because if you're local, I certainly would love to invite you to experience this in person, because that's really powerful, the vibration that you're going to feel from the instrument in the room. So yeah, but it's also offered online. Offered online, and you can have that just human design reading or just sound medicine journey in 432 or together, because all this is all the medicine that I've developed, that I have really put so much love and energy and effort and thought and studying myself, to know what is it that I'm meant to share with the world. So this is really where it's coming from. So now I'm looking at the time. I have about time for one more piece. So once again, I want to invite you to close your eyes. Take some time to be with the sound. If you can have your journal next to you to share what's coming through for you, write down. And this time, write down all the limiting beliefs that you're ready to let go of. What are you ready to just totally release from your vocabulary? And maybe if you want to share it with us, or you can keep it for yourself, obviously. But you're more than welcome to share it with us. That would be amazing. And I'll see you right after the performance. everybody. Thank you for your presence. This is such an intimate experience and it's so vulnerable. Thank you for receiving my vulnerability. Thank you for your beautiful presence. The few insights that I got from this experience, from this last piece, what I got was that it's really natural and it's healthy for us as we're experiencing each other's genius to also realize that we're here to be fragile. We're here to be, just ourselves, and it takes so much from the deconditioning for us to be able to show up this way that I just want to encourage you to allow yourself to show up vulnerably in your life as much as you can, and also allow other people to show up vulnerably in your life as much as you can. And that way, I feel like I may have served a little bit today because this is so vulnerable. It's so about trusting the flow, being in the moment, and really coming from a space of trust and being very alert and aware of the internal dialogue. And wherever the internal dialogue's not really supporting, it's not coming from unconditional love, then you can actually hear that and you can hold space for that. So essentially what we're learning is how to hold space better for each other and for others. So I hope you got a little bit of that taste today. I hope that it served you. I hope that you can take this and just, turn this into your own medicine somehow and pay it forward. Share it with other people and connect people also to this channel. And if you're not subscribed yet to this channel, I'd love for you to subscribe because this happens every 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks. That we're coming together here to be present in the moment with this offering that's happening online, available for everybody, so you can get a good feel for what it's like for you to connect with me directly, either online or in person. So thank you so much again for being here. And like I said, feel free to connect with me either on social media, or you can contact me on email, ruticelli@gmail.com. All my information is also below on my link. You can connect through, like a discovery call, or you could just book yourself a session, or, just follow your inner guidance. So thank you for being here and have a beautiful rest of your day, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whenever you're watching this. I'm sending you so much love. Have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful time. Bye and lots of love.